Good morning, everyone. So, we start our morning session and continue reading the book, You Can Heal Your Life. And in this book, we are reading a portion where we understand that how a thought and emotional state can impact the physical body, and it can impact and touch various organs and parts of the body. Past full week, we have been talking about different organs and body parts which could be affected with our poor mental or emotional state. So today we continue and talk about the heart. The heart, of course, represents love, while our blood represents joy. Our hearts lovingly pumping joy throughout our bodies. When we deny ourselves joy and love, the heart shrivels and becomes cold. As a result, the blood gets sluggish and we creep our way to anemia, angina, and heart attacks. The heart does not attack us. We get so caught up in the soap opera and dramas we create that we often forget to notice the little joys that surround us. We spend years squeezing all the joy out of the heart, and it literally falls over in pain. Heart attack people are never joyous people. If they do not take the time to appreciate the joys of life, they will just recreate another heart attack in time. Heart of gold, cold heart, open heart, black heart, loving heart. These are all those uh, phrases which are associated with heart. Now we go down to stomach. The stomach digests all the new ideas and experiences we have. Who or what what or who can't use stomach? What gets you in the gut? When there are stomach problems, it usually means we don't know how to assimilate the new experience. We are afraid. Now, this is a very simple example that whenever you feel fearful or anxious, or sometimes all of a sudden something happens and you start feeling uncomfortable, there is always a sensation in the stomach. So, this, and sometimes people start feeling as if there is some pressure, something building inside the stomach only, because our gut is directly connected with fear and these kind of emotions. Because when you feel happy or when you are excited in right and good form, your stomach will not react in this manner. You can connect your own past experiences to understand that how our emotion of fear and anxiety are directly connected with stomach. Many of us remember when commercial airplanes first became popular, that we could get inside a big metal tube that would carry us safely through the sky was a new idea we found hard to assimilate. At every seat, there were throwbacks, and most of us were using them. We would throw up into our bath bags as discreetly as we could, wrap them up, and hand them to the stewards, who spent a lot of time running up and down the aside collecting them. Now it is many years later, and though the bags are still at every seat, they are seldom used. We have assimilated the idea of flying. So, this is an example. The people who might have experienced that when aircrafts came into picture and it was the initial, and someone, let's even forget that, someone who is flying for the first time, that fear of flying, it automatically reflects and you start feeling pukish. You start feeling uncomfortable. So people actually have fear whenever they have to fly. This all comes because of that feeling, that emotion connected with that thing. And that reflects directly in your stomach. Now let's come down to ulcers. Ulcers are no more than fear, tremendous fear of not being good enough. We fear not being good enough for a parent. We fear not being good enough for a boss. We can't stomach who we are. We rip out guts apart trying to please others. No matter how important our job is, our inner self esteem is very low. We are afraid they will find out about us. So, those who have ulcers, that's another one way to, it's a sign that you feel that you are not enough. Now we move on to other, let me just, okay. So let's move on to our legs now. Our legs carry us forward in life. Leg problems often indicate a fear of moving forward or a reluctance to move forward in a certain direction. We run with our legs, we drag our legs, we are knock-kneed, pigeon-toed, and we have big, fat, angry thighs lifted with childhood resentments. Not wanting to do things will often produce minor leg problems. Varicose veins represent standing in a job or a place that we hate. The veins lose their ability to carry joy. Are you going in the direction you want to? So this is again one more. Those, especially with old age, this leg issue starts creeping in most of the places. So this is again one more thing to understand that am I being very careful with my this part also? We go down to knees, like the neck have to do with flexibility, only they express bending and pride, ego and stubbornness. Often when moving forward, we are fearful of bending and we become flexible. This stiffens the joints. Now, if you remember, we just a day ago, we also discussed about joint pains. This is why knees take so long to heal. Our ego is involved. The knees take a long time because we get our pride and our self righteousness involved in it. The next time you have a knee problem, ask yourself, where are you being self righteous? Where are you refusing to bend? Drop the stubbornness and let go. Life is flow, life is movement, and to be comfortable, we must be flexible and move with it. A willow tree bends and sways and flows with the wind and is always graceful and at ease with life. Now let's go down to feet. Our feet have to do with our understanding of ourselves and of life, past, present, and future. Many old people have a difficult time walking. Their understanding has been wrapped and then often feel there is no place to go. Little children move on happy, dancing feet. Elderly people often shuffle as if they are reluctant to move. So, again, every body concern is connected with a kind of a situation. Maybe even it is connected with your age bracket or it is connected with your thought process. So if we understand, the idea of reading is that if we understand that if this is certain issue which I'm facing, what is the connection between my body and my mind in that? And if I can rectify it, I'll see the things easing out. The skin represents our individuality. Skin problems usually mean we feel our individuality is being threatened somehow. We feel that others have power over us. We are thin skinned. Things tend to get under our skin and we feel alive. We feel alive. Our nerves are right under our skin. So, on the quickest ways to heal skin problem is to nurture yourself by saying in your mind, I approve of myself. Several hundred times a day, take back your own power. So, again, this is one more way of looking at it, that the skin problem which people face, it is again coming from this. lack of self-worth, you can say. The people who are not comfortable in their own skin, that self-love and worth is missing, that is where this is erupting in the form of skin issues. And if that is cured, that is the root cause, this will slowly and steadily fade out also. Now, just I'll take those one more portion I will just discuss and we move on to the next segment. Let's move down to accidents. Now, accidents are no accident. Like everything else in our lives, we create them. It's not that we necessarily say, I want to have an accident, but we do not have mental thought patterns that can attract an accident to us. But we do have thought patterns. Sorry. Some people seem to be accident prone and others go for a lifetime without ever getting a scratch. Accidents are expressions of anger. They indicate built up frustrations resulting from not feeling the freedom to speak up for oneself. Accidents also indicate rebellion against authority. We get so mad we want to hit people and instead we get hit. When we are angry at ourselves, when we feel guilty, when we feel the need for punishment, an accident is a marvelous way of taking care of that. So imagine these kind of thoughts which are running in your mind, you are actually manifesting an accident. An accident is not only a road accident, it can be in any issue, any type of an incident not which is unforeseen. It seems as though any accident is not our fault, that we are helpless victims of the fate. An accident allows us to turn to others for sympathy and attention. We get our wounds bathed and attended to. We often get bed rest, sometimes for an extended period in time, and we get pain. Where this pain occurs in the body gives us a clue to which area of life we feel guilty about. The degree of physical damage lets us know how severely we felt we needed to be punished and how long the sentence should be. So on that, I end today's reading segment. We have discussed again few more portion uh, connected to how our emotional imbalance can affect our physical body. Ultimately, the crux of the whole situation is that if you take care of yourself, of your mind first, these ailments will also start fading out from your life. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. So, today we will move on to our visualization. And as we are understanding that somewhere, whatever ailments we face, somewhere that connection is in our thought pattern or thought process. So, understanding it and going, and first, obviously, along with the treatments, when we treat our mind as well, where we are dealing with these thought patterns, it would help. So today's visualization is based on the similar things that we read. So start sitting comfortably with your spine straight and eyes closed. Your focus is on your breathing. Take a deep breath in and slowly release. And imagine a beautiful stream of pure white light descending from above. This healing light enters through the crown of your head. Slowly, the light begins to flow through your entire body. It moves into your brain, bringing clarity and peace. into your eyes, bringing vision and insight into your throat, allowing authentic expression. The healing light now enters in your heart and see every emotional burden dissolving. Your heart becomes lighter and brighter. Then this light moves into your abdomen. Any fear, stress, or stored emotion are getting melted away. And this healing light reaches every organ, every muscle, every gland, and finally entering into every cell of your body, and millions of cells begin to sparkle like tiny cells and stars. And each cell says, I am healthy, I am whole, I am filled with light. And see your entire body glowing with radiant golden white light. And your body is always moving towards healing and balance. And say to yourself, I choose thoughts that nourish my body. Every cell in my body responds to love. I am healthy, whole, and complete. Rest in this healing light for a few moments. Take this vitality and energy along with you for today's day. And now you are ready to come back to the present moment and slowly wiggle your toes and fingers, tap your palms, keep it on your eye, and slowly open your eyes. So, as we start from thoughts and start creating right thoughts, definitely it will reach to every cell of our body. And with this, we'll move on to our next segment.
Yeah, so this is a fabulous way of healing ourselves, as we say that you can heal yourself. So the idea of reading this major portion of the book was that we understand that how our mental, emotional state can impact our physical body. And now, today, as it is a day to write gratitude, again, another tool which helps us to highlight on the good things in life, or maybe to pay or to be grateful for all the good things in our life. So now I would like you again for journaling part connected with whatever we are reading, the meditation which we have done based on that. We want to heal ourselves. It's only not gathering information and collecting ideas and thoughts. It's actually practically seeing things working in our own life. So what we can do is in the gratitude segment today, we are going to identify the most stressful part of our body, whichever organ, whichever part, whichever body part or organ we feel it hurts the most. Now, focus on that. And as we have read so many so far, if it has been covered that portion in your in the reading segments, try to bless it. Try to release that stress and pain which is holding inside, and be grateful to that, so that at least by being grateful to identify the pain and letting it go would help you to ease out that stress which you are carrying. It could be since months, it could be year long ago. So that we don't know. But yes, you can scan yourself. So scan your body in a way, take 2 minutes to scan wherever or whichever part you feel it is stressful, whichever organ of the body you feel it's stressful. Release, relax, let it go, be grateful, and try to go ahead. If it is legs and it says it's not, it means it's not flexible, start accepting and try to be more compatible in adjusting in the situation. So you are just being more grateful that I identify, acknowledge this pain today, this stress today, but I release. And I'm grateful that it gave me an opportunity to pay my or release my pain in that form. So let's take 5 minutes for that. If there are many such areas, do it independently. Don't combine everything in one because the reasons would be different for all. So let's not do a common message type of a thing there. Okay, with this, I'm sure you could have identified few weak points, few weak areas which needs to be acknowledged, which needs to be grateful for. If there are more in the list, don't hesitate to be grateful to all those reasons for which you have been suffering. The day you will realize that the suffering occurred and it was a reason for you to overcome that, you will start treating it from its root cause. And that's the idea. Medical treatment is definitely important, but removing from the root will help you to overcome that challenge permanently. So we continue reading as the chapter isn't over yet. Next week also, I think few days we will focus on the same. But tomorrow being Friday is going to be a day of journaling. And what could be better than actually focusing or highlighting our journaling all about how our mental balance can affect or mental instability affect our physical body. So we'll focus on that. I'm sure it'll be very, very helpful. So see you tomorrow and same time, same place, same link. Have a great positive day.